Good morning. So today we've arrived at Tatton Park and me and my dad have just been having a conversation, and what we're going to do today is we're going to go out with our, both got Nikon Z9s, and we're going to go out with our Z70 to 200 2.8, and we've also got a 2x converter. Tatton Park is a deer park, so they've got plenty of red deer and, just going to move off the road so I don't get knocked over, they've got plenty of red deer and fallow deer. So obviously they're a big subject, but also there's loads of bird life on here as well. There's waterways that are on there, little lakes and meres, and there's water on there. So we'll kind of get a full spectrum of wildlife. And what we're going to do today is to see whether this 70 to 200 with a 2x converter is a viable setup for photographing wildlife. So come along for the journey and see what we see. So straight away, the immediate thing is how light the setup is. So obviously I'm used to having my 500mm prime lens, and then I have my Series 5 Gitso tripod, Gitso gimbal head, and there's a lot of weight in that, and so when you're out for a considerable time taking photographs of wildlife, that can be a factor, and so this setup's really light and really mobile. So I'm with Pops.
Good morning.
Got this car pass, and so my dad, Pops, has got the 2x converter on. He's putting it on from the get-go, and I've got mine in my pocket, so I can switch up to it, and we'll see how we go and see which setup's the best.
Yep, it'd be interesting, really interesting. But as I said before, remember we've got the DX mode as well.
Yeah, so you can push it that little bit further with the crop factor. Yeah, fantastic. We were just joking that because we're leaving our big lenses behind, we'll probably see green woodpecker today, or something quite special that we wish we'd got the big lenses for. But that's our apprehension before we go out. So that's why we're testing it, so to see if it's a viable setup. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be fun.
So we've just walked through the gate into Tatton Park, and already there's a huge male, a huge stag red deer just on the road as we come in, and he's bellowing, and that's really what you want when you're coming to photograph the rut. You want that shot of them bellowing, and hopefully you can see the mist coming off their voice. Yeah, we've got one to the left, one in the centre, and there's one to the right coming across, Dad.
Oh yeah, that's probably what he was bellowing at.
Yeah. Oh, there's two coming across. Right, cameras out, let's get ready. As you can see, we've only been in the park 5 minutes, and I'm now surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 huge red stags. The light's just beginning to break through the clouds. There's dew on the grass. Yeah, this is pretty special, and I would say for photographing stag like this, you don't need anything more than a 70 to 200. It's absolutely perfect. So far then, Pops, 70 to 200, been okay?
Absolutely fine. I wouldn't have wanted to just come in with 500mm lens. It would have been bit of a disaster, I think. But, yeah, I've even had to take off my 2x converter. Getting in that close. What an awesome experience.
My dad's just been saying we've only been here an hour, and he's already taken 650 photographs.
Yeah.
You need big memory cards because they soon fill up. I think there's a bit of a mismatch in that fight. He's huge in comparison to the little one. Fair play to him though for having a go at it. So you can see Pop's just behind me. He's dropped his 2x converter now because these stags are getting far too close. So we're just laid down at the side of a tree under a huge big oak, and we're watching them either bellowing, and I'll hopefully get a little bit of video of that for you. And if they're not bellowing, they're just sizing each other up. And as you sit still, you start to realise that there are more and more of them around you. Some of them are laid down in the grass, some of them are moving into this area, but yeah, this is pretty incredible. Obviously, you give the deer plenty of space and you show them some respect, but every now and again one of the stags just takes an instant dislike to the photographers, and he doesn't charge, but he certainly walks boldly towards you, and at that point it's certainly time to beat a hasty retreat. So I've been after a photograph with the red deer for some time now, and that is with a jackdaw on its back. And a mate of mine, Arthur Patchett, every time he comes to Tatton Park he seems to get photographs with red deer and jackdaw on them, and every time I come they're never there. Well, I've just got the photograph, not only with one jackdaw on, 3. Touche, Arthur Patchett, touche. I think we're now at double figures of stag, and they're certainly all at this end of the park. When I came last year for the rut, we walked for ages looking for the stag and couldn't find them, and they're all here. You just got to kind of keep your wits about them. They can be aggressive during the rut, so you just need to, show them that respect, keep your distance, stay still, not surprise them. I think that's probably where they would potentially be quite dangerous. But yeah, it's incredible to get this close to them, and to see them. I mean, they are in the prime at this point of the year. They are revving up, ready for the rut. So at the moment they're all kind of together, but in a very short space of time they'll move off and find their own little patch and their own little scrape, and they'll start bellowing and calling for the females to come to them. So yeah, incredible stuff. Obviously these two are just sizing each other up, locking horns and then pushing against each other. there's no malice in that. They're just preparing really for what's to come in the coming weeks. And they just test their strength, and you see them pushing against one another. Oh, just the sound of the antlers clashing is quite incredible. As you can probably see, you do get very close. You have to back away from them. I mean, this rascal behind us, thankfully, is on the other side of a fence. Yeah, he's digging a scrape. So we've come away from the Red Deer, and we're now down at the mere. I'll spin the camera around in a moment so you can see. I'm photographing some of the grebes that are on the water, and I would say at this point I'm just starting to miss my 500 prime, because it's a huge mere. I'll turn the camera around so you can see. So you can see it's a huge mere. And with the mere being as large as it is, the bird life that's on there is quite pushed away. So, yeah, missing the extra reach really. However, the fact that I'm able to be as mobile as I am without having my huge lens is a real plus. So yeah, there's swings and roundabouts to it. There's positives and minuses, and of course there is with everything, isn't there? I've got the 2x converter on, and I'm still managing to get some photographs, and I think it's just about your fieldcraft then, using your fieldcraft to get much closer to your subject than perhaps I have to when I've got my 500mm on. Still, it's a beautiful morning. So we've come to the end of our morning at Tatton Park. It surpassed itself. Last time I came here early in the season, there certainly wasn't the showing that we've just had now. Absolutely incredible morning, but as you'll probably see now as I'm walking down, it's getting a bit busy now. We're approaching 11 o'clock, and by 11 o'clock there's just too many people around, as you can tell. So, is the 70-200 with a 2x converter up to wildlife photography? Yeah, 100% it is, if you're photographing big animals. So if you're photographing red deer, or you're photographing probably badger, foxes, things like that, I would say the 70-200 is absolutely ideal for the job. However, if you're photographing small birds, because sure as eggs is eggs, the green woodpecker's turned up, even with a 2x converter on, I think you're just a little limited. I think at that point you're kind of yearning for that longer lens. So it's certainly got its place, and that's why I purchased it, because I needed it within my kit bag, within my range. But I won't be getting rid of my 500 just yet. And so we come to the end of another video. If you enjoyed this video, please click like. If you'd like to see some more, please click subscribe. If you'd like to ask any questions about the setup we used in this video, pop it in the comments. I respond to every question. Until next time, ta-ra!